Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Vandamoi Savadana Mate Vandamoi Savadana Mate Vanda Yahar prasadeva Deva vatariya gyan Yahar Yahar prasadeva Deva vatariya gyan Yahar Krishna pratihoya hoite Krishna Krishna pratihoya hoite Krishna Guru Mukha Padma Vagyan Sitete Koriya Agyan Guru Guru Mukha Padma Vagyan Sitete Koriya Agyan Guru Arana Kariha Mane Asa Arana Kariha Mane Asa Sri Guru Charane Rati Tese Uttama Gati Sri Guru Sri Guru Charane Rati Tese Uttama Gati Sri Guru Jai Prasad Jai Pure Sarva Asai Jai Prasad Jai Pure pure sarva asa. Jakudana dilo jain, jane jane Prabhu se. Jakudana dilo jain, jane jane Prabhu se. Deve gyani de prakashita. Deve gyani de prakashita. Prema bhaktiya hoite davina vinasayase. Prema bhaktiya hoite davina vinasayase. Vede gaya rasarita. Vede gaya rasarita. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Ajama Janara Bandhu. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Ajama Janara Bandhu. Lokena Lokena Divana. Lokena Lokena Divana. Ha ha Prabhu Koronoya Devo Mori Parasaya. Ha ha Prabhu Koronoya Devo Mori Parasaya. Epe jana Gushokri Bhuvana. Epe jana Gushokri Bhuvana. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Pradaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namah. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivesesha Sunyavadi Pachatare Satarine Namaste Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadagara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadagara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Nityananda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadagara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadagara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Harinam Sekita, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Sri Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Gaura Hari, Hey Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari, Jaya Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Go Premanande! Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stotra Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki BBT Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stotra Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Sharidas Thakur Ki Sri Sad Goswamis Ki Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan Ki Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Sri Mathura Dham Ki Sri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Sri Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Gangamai Jamunamai Ki Bhakti Devi Tulasi Devi Ki The Lordship Sri Sri Radharanath Ki Sri Giriraj Govardhan Ki Sri Gaurangama Prabhu Gaura Hari Ki Harinam Sankirtan Ki Sankirtan Yagya Ki Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Transcendental Prasadam Distribution Ki Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki ISKCON Guru Vrinda Ki Guru Parampara Ki Vaishnav Thakur Ki Srila Prabhupada Ki Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja Ki Go Premanandi Hari 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 Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. To his feet of Srila Prabhupada.
Recite the English translation. No. What? We don't recite the English translation. Namaste Narasringhaya. Namaste Narasringhaya. Pralataladedaine Hiranyakashipurvakchaya Sila Tankanakalaya Hitona Sringa Paratona Sringa Yato Yanitya Tona Sringa Vayena Sringa Hridayena Sringa Narasringam Modim Sharanam Prapadam Narasringam Modim Sharanam Prapadam Tavakara Kamala Varena Kamna Bhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringa Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamala Vari Jai Nishingadev Kashiputana Vringa Kesavadita Jai Jagadish Jai Jagadish Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Kesavadita, Jai Jagadish, Jai Jagadish, Jai Jagadish. Jaya Nrsingadev, 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 Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Nishinga Bhagavan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, the Divine Grace Founder Acharya Sri Prabhupada ki, Ananta Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday Love Feast program at Sri Sri Radharanath. So today is actually the last day that you get to write your offering of thanks to Srila Prabhupada. So the BBT Africa is inviting everyone to write an offering to Srila Prabhupada. And today is the very last day, so when you go home, the first thing you have to do is please just make sure you've submitted your offering. Okay, and today's Love Feast program is sponsored and prepared by the North Dean Namahata, led by His Grace Rupa Vilas Das. So let's just give a loud Hare Krishna to say thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. And if you would actually like to be a part of preparing the Love Feast program, you can ask to clean vegetables because we always need help there. Or you can also contribute financially. And if you would like to do this, you can contact Doyle Chaitanya Prabhu. If you need his contact details, you're welcome to come to me at the end of the program and we can give them to you. So our class today is by His Grace Jaisacinandana Prabhu. Just a little, Hare Krishna. Just a little bit about Jaisacinandana Prabhu. He's a disciple of His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj, and he has been serving here at Sri Sri Radharanath for over 35 years. He's also a teacher at the Bhaktivedanta College, and he's one of our top chefs. Anyone who's tasted his prasadam will know that. And he is a mentor and fatherly figure to many of our devotees here at Sri Sri Radharanath and in the community. So we're very fortunate to hear from Jaisacinandana Prabhu, and his topic today is no loss in bhakti. So he's going to speak a little bit about the experience we have sometimes that we feel like our service is not offerable to Krishna, or that it may even be a waste of time. So he's going to address this with us today. And his classes are always very inspiring, so please listen very carefully. Okay, I hand over to Jaisacinandana Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita has it is ki, Bhaktivedanta purpose ki jai. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girdharidhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girdharidhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girdharidhari. Pijana Vallabha Girdharidhari. Jaisacinandana Braja Janaranjana. Jaisacinandana Braja Janaranjana. Jaisacinandana Braja Janaranjana. Jaisacinandana Braja Janaranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanacharim. Jamuna Tira Vanacharim. Jamuna Tira Vanacharim. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Radhanath Radha Radhanath Radhe. Jaya Radha Radhanath Radha Radhanath Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gaura Hare Gaura Hare Gaura Hare Jaya Gaura Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Gurudev. Shri Radha Radhanath Ki, Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ki, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gaur Hari Ki, ISKCON founder Charishla Prabhupada Ki, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavad Gita has it is Ki, Bhakti Vedanta purpose Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're going to read from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text number 40. This is often very much quoted verse. I call this the funeral verse because we often preach from this verse, even in the. So it's very, very interesting, and we see how Krishna is glorifying the process of bhakti or devotional service. Why is devotional service so special? What is about devotional service? Is devotional service just for Krishna or the other demigods also? But here we will see how throughout Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is often emphatically describing exclusively to me. And we should understand that. Bhagavad Gita or devotional service means only to Krishna, no one else. Or Krishna means his devotees and those things that are related to Krishna. Activities like the temple, the devotees, the devotional service, everything, every aspect that is connected to Krishna. I will read this verse. This is from the chapter 2, contents of the Gita summarized. Na vikrama na shushti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bayat. Everybody can repeat after me. Na, there is not. He, ha, hinders yoga. Abhikrama, In endeavoring, nasha, loss, asti, there is, pratyavaya, diminution, na, never, vidyate, there is, suhalpam, a little, api, although, asya, of this, dharmasya, occupation, trayate, releases, mahata, from very great, bayat, danger. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. A little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of way. Jai Sri Sri Radharanath ki, Sri Giriraj Govardhan ki, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gaurari ki Jai. I'll read it again. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Everyone repeat responsibly. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Purport. Activity in Krishna consciousness, or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification, is the highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity finds no impediment, nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on the material plane has to be completed. Otherwise, the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any work begun in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work is therefore not at a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness bears permanent results, so that the next beginning is from the point of 2%, whereas in material activity, without 100% success, there is no profit. Ajamil performed his duty in some percentage of Krishna consciousness, but the result he enjoyed at the end was 100% by the grace of the Lord. There is a nice verse in this connection in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 5, text 17. Tvakva sadharmam charanam bhujam hare bhajan apyakavoitha patet tato yadi yatrakva vidpadram abhut amusyakim kovalta apro bhajatam svadama atam. The translation of that is, if someone gives up his occupational duties and works in Krishna consciousness and then falls down on account of not completing his work, what loss is there on his part? And what can one gain if one performs his material activities perfectly? Or as the Christians say, what profits the man if he gains the whole world, yet suffers the loss of his eternal soul? Material activities and the results end with the body. But work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again to Krishna consciousness, even after the loss of the body. At least one is sure to have a chance in the next life of being born again as a human being, either in the family of a great cultured Brahmana or in rich aristocratic family. That will give one a further chance for elevation. That is the unique quality of work done in Krishna consciousness. Can somebody silence all those phones? Put mine also on silent. Om Jnana Timirandasya Kananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Malitam Jaina Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jaina Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Tadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunath Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapte Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripre Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in this dialogue between Bhagavad Gita is spoken between Krishna and Arjuna. Arjuna is a soldier, the warrior is also a family man, he's a statesman, he's a prince, he's coming from royal family, but still he has some dilemma. And Krishna had arranged this magnified war between two warring families, the Kauravas and the Pandavas. And he wanted a result so that Dharma will prevail. That was Krishna's agenda, that Dharma will prevail, will ultimately bring victory to the Pandavas. So that was, and he was trying to convince Arjuna to, but Arjuna was presenting so many reasons for not wanting to fight. And materially it was very laudable from a material point of view. Who will protect the woman? Who will, on the mood of saintliness, of enjoyment? How can I enjoy the kingdom at the cost of my cousins, at so much blood? How can I enjoy the kingdom? So he was giving so many reasons like that. But Krishna listened and he countered all Arjuna's reasons by using Shastra. And he was quoting from Manu Samhita. And Krishna is saying, yes, they have to be killed. Why? Because they violated all the principles of Dharma. And he gave 6 reasons. They usurped the kingdom illegally from the Pandavas. They cheated them from all the wealth. They kidnapped Draupadi. They set fire to their house. They gave poison. So according to Manisa, all this one who violates this is fit to be killed. So Krishna justified his reason for them to fight by giving these reasons. They have to be killed. So when Krishna gives the instruction, Krishna is speaking as the supreme personality of Godhead, and he wants to engage in this so-called, Arjuna is saying, ghastly warfare. But because it's Krishna is ordering it, it is considered devotional service. Imagine that. You have to kill for the sake of devotional service, fight and kill and blood and gore. So this is what Arjuna was had to face. But eventually he did surrender. He did surrender eventually to Krishna. And he said, Karpanya dosha. Because of miserly weakness, I've been didn't want to fight. But now I want to be your disciple. I want to be your disciple and I want to surrender unto you. Please instruct me. So that was Arjuna was actually begging Krishna. Yes, please instruct me. I want to be your disciple. Please instruct me. So when Krishna heard that, he started to smile. Of course, the roles were reversed. Krishna is no more friend. Arjuna and Krishna were contemporaries. They were like the same age. They said when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, on the battlefield he was already 120 odd years or more. But he didn't look old. Does he look more than 116 years old? No, Krishna is ever youthful. And therefore the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is also considered Nava Yauvanam Cha. It's ever fresh. Although it was spoken 5,000 years ago, and Krishna also spoke it, he's saying to the sun god 120 million years ago. So we can see this culture of Vaishnava culture is not just started now recently for some upstart. No, it's going back millions of since creation. Yes, the culture of devotion, of bhakti, is not just like yesterday. No. So Krishna here is trying to comfort Arjuna. He said, in this endeavor, what is the endeavor? What is Krishna referring to when he says in this endeavor? Anybody? What does he mean when he says in this endeavor? Yes, acting in Krishna, acting in or in devotionals, in this endeavor. What he's saying? There is no loss or diminution. Swalpam means loss. There is no loss or diminution. And he says, even a little performed can save one from the most dangerous type of fear. Now, if somebody had to ask you, what do you fear the most? What would you say? What would you say? Let's hear someone's. What do you fear most? Yes? Death. Yes? Anything worse than that? Hare Krishna? Sorry? Yes? More than that? Yes? Okay. Something else I'm looking for. Well, that's there, yes. More than that. Sorry? Yes, thank you. Taking lower birth than human birth. That's what Krishna is saying. Most dangerous type that you may not get. There's no guarantee that you will get human birth again. That means you'll regress. It says when we get human birth, it's like we come to crossroads to go to progress or regress. We have that choice to go forward or go backwards. Krishna has given us a little bit independence. Therefore, we are marginal by nature. The spirit soul is considered one of Krishna's energies. Marginal, tatastha shakti. We are Krishna's tatastha shakti. We are his marginal. In other words, we can accept Bhagavad Gita and live by the words of Bhagavad Gita or not, or whimsically follow it or not follow it. We have that choice. We have that free will. But the repercussions are there also. Isn't it? You have that free will. Misuse of that free will is another problem also. So yes, not getting human birth again, and that is frightful. At least human birth means we can revive our lost consciousness and carry on, as Krishna will speak in the, like Arjuna raised in the 6th chapter also. The same, similar thing. What is the destination of some person who, after short term, falls away from devotion? What is his destination? And Krishna answers. Very nicely. So yeah, there is no loss. There is no, in devotional service, there is no loss. We speak of a bank balance, isn't it? That bank balance, spiritual bank balance, always accrues. It always accrues. Whereas in material life, your money is always a chance that it will devalue, isn't it? Inflation, so many things. We will lose out. That's material life. Whereas spiritual life, there's always gain. So when Arjuna was presenting that what is the point of winning and losing all my friends and my cousins? And Krishna said, no. It's a win-win. Whether you lose, you still win. And he says, for a Kshatriya, to die in battle is glorious. And he immediately gets promoted to the heavenly planets. Immediately, if he dies in battle, courageously dies in battle. So it's a win. Either way, whether you lose the battle, you will still win. So this is devotional service. We always win. We never lose. Therefore, Krishna is making that point very emphatically. In this endeavor of there is no loss or diminution. There is no loss. So the nectar of devotion, Rupa Goswami, one of our very revered followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a very highly self-realized soul, is presenting this philosophy of Krishna consciousness in a very, very wonderful way in the nectar of devotion. And he's glorifying also devotional service. And he mentions, right at the beginning of nectar of devotion, he mentions the characteristics of devotional service. The characteristics of devotional service. And he mentions the first characteristic, he says, Klesha Agni. Klesha Agni means one becomes relieved, one gets relief from material distress. Immediately feels relieved. I think all of us can attest to that. Isn't prior we coming to Krishna consciousness, or even chanting Hare Krishna, or seeing devotees, we were all in that kind of boat, isn't? Of material existence, anxiety, stress of material life. So many things materially that we face, the challenges of material life. But when we get a taste of devotional service, then we kind of feel some relief. Yes, from that. And you look back and think, yes, I could have committed suicide. Isn't? The stress I had, I could have, isn't? Become a big alcoholic or drug addict. Isn't? Trying to take shelter of these, get some solace from that. No, but it's all like downhill. It's like a vicious cycle. We get caught in a vicious cycle, week in, week out. We think, yeah, we'll get some relief. We'll drink our sorrows. We'll blow our mind with some heroin, drug, or some kind of artificial kind of pleasure. I mean. But all this is, he says, it's fleeting, it's flickering. It is flickering. It comes and goes very quickly. And that is not the real solution. Till we come to the point of, yes, we meet devotees, we read about devotional activities, we read books of knowledge, real knowledge, revealed knowledge, revealed scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these. And these gives us real knowledge. Krishna describes Raja Vidya, Bhagavad Gita as the king of knowledge. Raja Vidya, Raja Guyam. Pavitram, it is so purifying. just hearing Bhagavatam. You may not sometimes be conscious of that. You may come like on a weekly basis, but just hearing these verses spoken by Krishna, these shlokas, one gets purified. You may not know it. Like you were chanting this, some of you may coming, are not practicing regularly, but you're chanting Hare Krishna. That all adds to your, or taking prasadam is also devotional service. And it all adds up on your spiritual bank balance. The root cause of sinful activity, papam, pap means sinful activity. It says avidya, ignorance. Avidya means ignorance. Bijam, sinful desires. Bijam. Then papam, sinful activity. And by one stroke of one can eradicate all these things. All these things. Well, when Krishna speaks about karma in Bhagavad Gita, he says the intricacies are very difficult to understand. He says the intricacies of karma is very complex, very complicated to understand. Because when you speak of karma, it's relating to this there's 4 types of sinful activity. Sinful activity, prirabdha karma and aparabdha. Prirabdha, aparabdha, that's manifesting and non-manifesting in our lifetime. For some of our sinful activities, we are waiting distress in the future. And for others which are mature, we are paying for now. We are paying at this present moment. What to speak of while we're planting more seeds, sowing more seeds, even in this lifetime. So it's very, very complicated. Kutam, stock, is lying in stock, waiting to mature. So we're creating so much in this, and you have to think about that. We have to really think about that. How this, in the Nectar of Instruction, the first verse, Parikshit Maharaj, in the purport, Prabhupada, he quotes Parikshit Maharaj, he says, why do people undergo prayaschitta or atonement if they cannot give up the desire for sinful life? If they keep on going on sinning, what is the point of that kind of atonement? What is the point of that? He says, we have to, the desire to give up must be there. To give up sinful activity. The desire. And that is very deep, it's very, very deep in the heart, deep in the consciousness. And it has to be eradicated. So only by this process of devotion. Therefore Krishna is glorifying in this endeavor. And Rupa Goswami is also mirroring that. What Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, he's saying it. That first one experiences relief. The first characteristic is one feels relief from material pangs. And we can experience that. We can speak about that. There's some tangible, we can experience some tangible relief. Isn't it? Depends on how much baggage we're carrying. Like that. We're carrying a lot of baggage for so many lifetimes. And therefore, in this lifetime, we have a chance to practice Krishna consciousness. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very eloquently mentions this verse, and I forget the reference, but you can help me. Brahmanda Brahmite, Konya Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasada Pai Bhakti Lata Bij Brahmanda Brahmite. He says, thousands and millions are wandering in this universe, going up, there's a constant flux of up and down, going everywhere but nowhere. Just promoted, demoted, going higher planets, hellish planets. So millions of souls in this universe are going through this process of samsara. It says, but Konya Bhagyavan Jeev, of all these millions of souls, one fortunate soul, Konya Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasad, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, what happens? Pai Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed of devotion, the seed of bhakti is planted in the heart, and one's life starts from there. To progress of spiritual activities is there. And this is the process that we all have to become somehow fortunate, Bhagyavan. Although in this Kali Yuga, and the symptoms of this age are like very, very bad, isn't it? And the sages have mentioned that the Manda Sumanda, Manda Bhagya, Manda Sumanda, they always disturbed in the mind. And they're very unfortunate, especially in this Kali Yuga. People of this, who are in this, taking birth in this Kali Yuga, they are considered very unfortunate and always quarreling, always disturbed in the mind. So they asked the sages to make a solution as to how the living entities can get free from that. And they came up with the first answer. He said, Savai Pumsam Haro Dharmo Yato Bhakti Aduk Sajai Ayatuki Apratyat Yayatma Suprasidati. Savai Pumsam Haro Dharmo. It says the living, the people in general can take to loving devotional service. Unless they take to loving devotional service unto that Aduk Sajai, the transcendental Lord. Apratyata. Without any motivation, without any interruption. They must practice or perform such service without any interruption. Ayatuki apratyata. Yayatma suprasidati. Yayatma, that means that will bring complete happiness to the soul. Will bring genuine, real happiness to this. And the soul is hankering, is crying out for that. When we take material, Prabhupada speak of the embodied soul, is encaged in his body. It's suffering. It is suffering. So it wants out. It wants some nourishment. And what is that nourishment? When we start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah, that is the initial. We start chanting Hare Krishna, and that gives some satisfaction to the soul, and we get a taste for that, the chanting, and your distress will gradually dissipate, as Rupa Goswami. It brings immediate relief, and of course, devotional service is also very auspicious, because it's to who? The most auspicious person, the Supreme Personality of Sri Krishna. It even derives the concept of liberation. Devotees don't want, like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's praying like that, isn't it? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitam va jagadish Mama Janmani Janmanishwara Bhava. I took it by that I do not want Sundarim, beautiful woman. I do not want wealth. I do not want big following. What do I want? I want to serve you lifetime after lifetime. So even the concept of liberation is not desired, but yet it's there waiting. Liberation will wait for the devotee. No, the devotee is not interested. He is prepared to come back lifetime after lifetime. Even if he's instructed to go to hell, what would he do there? What would the devotee do in hell? He will preach and bring these reconditioned souls, or the conditioned souls, back on Krishna's behalf. Therefore, the devotees are glorified like that because he makes all these arrangements, and even to the extent of his own life, the sacrifice. These 6 characteristics, I wrote it as rat talk. R-A-T, what do you call that? What's the word? Mnemonics, yes. That's how I remember this. Relief, auspiciousness, transcendental platform. Yes. Yeah, like that. And of course it attracts Krishna Kashati. The last, it is, attracts even Krishna. Devotional service attracts even Krishna. Krishna Kashati. So this is emphatically explaining the of devotional service in this endeavor. And Prabhupada in the purport, he mentions Ajamil. Ajamil. The story of Ajamil is very nicely explained in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And also there's a book on it also. It's like abridged of that called A Second Chance. If you get a chance, you should read this very wonderful book called Second Chance. It's about Ajamil. Ajamil in his youth was very Brahmanical. He was very Brahmanical, pure, always engaged in devotional service. But due to some fate or providence, that while in the forest, he came across a drunken couple embracing, a Sudra couple embracing. And he saw that, and it played on his mind, it played on his consciousness, it carried him. Although he got married, he got a beautiful wife, but still this incident played on his consciousness. And he never rested till he sought out that prostitute, and he married her. And he gave her many children. And of course, to support this woman, he had to do very nefarious activities like cheating, gambling, all kinds of things like that, just to support this. So he became a victim of bad association. And sometimes we have to be very conscious of that. We don't become as practicing devotees. Because the material energy is very, very, we cannot play with the material energy. Maya. Don't tempt Maya. Don't think we are chanting 16 rounds, we initiated. We are pure devotees now, we can tempt Maya. No. Maya will always look in a way to get at you. Because she is also Krishna's servant. She's Daivi. She's Daivi. Daivi Isha Gunamai. She's Krishna's energy. Daivi. Daivi Shakti. And she's not going to sit back and she's going to see your results. You're going to test how resolute you are in practicing, and she will test you all the time. All the time. So at no time we should think we're free from this Maya, this material energy. So somehow Ajay merely succumbed to that. That's how strong Maya is. And the rest of his life he had to live with this woman, and he gave her. But he said at the age of 70, he had the youngest son was born, and he gave his name Narayan. Who? Narayan. Yes, Narayan. And Narayan became the apple of his eye. Like the youngest is always the pet, isn't it? Narayan, come here. Narayan, do this. Narayan, come sit on my lap. Narayan. So what was he doing? All he was calling his son. He was chanting, yes. Although his state of consciousness was altered. But somehow he unconsciously he chanted the name, although he was calling out his son's name. So also here is a moral lesson for parents. Please give your children names that will remind us of God, of the Supreme Lord. Not some funny name that has no meaning, isn't it? Yeah, we have this tendency, it's like a fad, it's like a fashion to keep up with modern times. No, the culture is that we give names that will remind us of God somehow. So that was his good fortune. Although he became so degraded just by association with this prostitute. And the time came. He was very ill in bed. He was about to pass on. And of course, the Yamaraj he's got records of everyone. Everybody is the Lord of Death. And he sent his messengers, Yamadutas. Now the Yamadutas are not your favorite. They look so ghastly looking. You look at them, you'll get scared. I'll just tell you a quick story. How much time we got? When I was in hospital, time is gone. I was 10 years old and for 2 months I was in hospital. In a predominantly, I should say, African hospital, in King Edward Hospital. And this ward, I was practically the only Indian boy. And at night there was one man. I don't know, he went into some kind of, and they were giving him oxygen, I think. And then in the middle of the night he started to scream, "They're coming for me, they're coming for me, they're coming for me. Bring the police, bring the police." He was ranting like that. And I'm so terrified now, what's happening? So they bring the guards from the security guards. "No, I don't want this, I want the SAP." So the next morning it passed on. So when my mother came to visit me, I told her this whole story. And she mentioned the name Yama. And late now when I'm reading Second Chant, Yamaraj had sent his men to take him away. He must have been a sinful person. Yamaraj. Yeah, Yama comes. Yama. Yeah. So sometimes, out of fear, the person in that state may pass urine and stool, and mess. We have experience of that. People out of fear, just seeing the eyes all bulge out and then become very fearful. They come with ropes to take your soul away, like they were doing to Yamaraj. Ajamil. And in that moment, momentarily called out of that fear of seeing this person, he called out for Narayan! Called for his son. Meanwhile, because it's the name of, they also had, the Vishnu Dutas had, hey, somebody is calling, somebody is in distress. And they sent the Vishnu Dutas came. And there was a confrontation. Yamadutas were confused. No, according to our record, this man was very sinful. And he's meant to go to hell. We have all the records here. So they even went to Yamaraj and they contested this thing. So Yamaraj is, there's some except here. Very nicely, Prabhupada explains. Rupa Goswami quotes from the Vishnu Dutas, Bhagavatam 6:217. They explain that many processes can neutralize the reactions of sinful activities, but only devotional service can uproot sinful desire, which is the cause of sinful activity. So what was his? He chanted, just by that, in Nama Bas, he chanted the name of Narayan. And he got a last minute reprieve and he got a second chance. So I don't know how fortunate we are. We cannot be like Ajamil. Srila Prabhupada elaborates the site by citing Ajamil's history. Despite his strict performance of Brahmanical duties, sinful desires remained in Ajamil's heart and caused him to succumb to sinful life. Later, the simple devotional service of chanting Narayan uprooted all his calamities, although he was in the midst of sinful activities. Hare Krishna. Jai. Thank you very much. Sri Sri Radharanath ki Jai. Sri Prabhupada ki Jai. I don't know if we have questions or you want to be in the kirtan. Okay, we'll leave the questions for later. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Jaisacinandana Prabhu. Thank you. So our next part of the program is Raj Bhoga Arti, followed by Prasadam in the Marquee. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya